Okay, today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the top 7 most popular vibe code applications and which one should you go ahead and use or possibly stay away from as a product manager. Now, just to be totally clear, today we're going to be ranking Genspark, we're going to be ranking Replit, Base 44, Google AI Studio, Claude, Lovable, and then we have one called Vibe Code App. That's literally the name, Vibe Code App. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Rich, and my team and I, we specialize in helping people transition over to AI product management right now. As you can see, we put out more testimonials of people landing jobs in this market than any other company in our niche. And if you're curious to see how it is that we do it, why people pay $7,000 to enroll in our program, go ahead and you don't need to schedule a call. Just DM me on LinkedIn and say, hey, Rich, I would like to sit in on a coaching session. And if you need to, sit in on 2 or 3 coaching sessions. We do have a limit to how many guests that we actually have every single week because we want to keep the engagement solid for our folks that have fully enrolled in the program. I mean, we cannot onboard everybody, but reach out to me, let me know. We host it every Monday night, every Wednesday night, New York time. Hit me up on LinkedIn. With that said, let's go ahead and actually just rank off each and every one of these tools. Okay, so let me give you the premise of like what's going on here. So as you know, I have ventured into cybersecurity on top of AI product management, and I built out all of these different cybersecurity projects. And while I was doing it, I decided, what the hell? Let's go ahead and play with all of these different tools. So if you want to see me build out these tools right here, step by step, you can go ahead and then actually just watch all these videos. It's on my other channel called Cybersecurity Careers. Please give that a follow as well, because cybersecurity and AI product management is becoming closer interlinked just because of all the cyber attacks that's happening out there in the marketplace. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, straight off, the one app that I think people should just refrain from actually just using, because if you're going to go ahead and use these tools, you as a product manager, if you're watching my channel right now, you probably want to get a chance to play with as many of these tools as possible. So for starters, you don't want to pay for anything. I mean, most of you don't want to pay for anything to begin with, but while you're testing out all these tools and while you're learning out how to prompt effectively, you don't want to go ahead and you don't want to pay, right? And I totally understand that. The other thing here is you also want to be able to flex these skills on an actual interview. So you want to make sure all of these vibe coding applications, they're very, very responsive. The next thing that you also want to make sure is if you show a hiring team, oh, let me go ahead. Like one of the things that we are doing in our program that's really setting our folks apart is like asking hiring teams on the interview, like, hey, how's your week so far? It's like, oh man, I've been procrastinating. Like, I have to go out there and prototype this, this fintech app, or like we have to go out there and prototype this dashboard really quick, right? And I've just been totally procrastinating. Oh, let me go ahead and actually do that for you. You want to make sure that it's not only workable, like you have control over the situation so you can flex how awesome you are as a product manager on that interview. But if they want to refer to it later, you also have a reference that you can go ahead and provide them. So let me go ahead and tell you, out of the 7, let's start from the bottom up. The one that I actually don't like the most is actually Replit. And I'll let you guys know exactly why. As you can basically see here, I have created 5 out of the 10 free apps that they have provided me. I have 0% usage on my agent credits, and then I also don't have any usage on my cloud credits. I created 5 projects, as you can see here. I have like a medicine reminder, I have a NIST audit tool, and I have a server hardening wizard. And I can tell you right now, I've obviously done them step by step, which is actually why I actually showed you from a blank canvas how I basically vibe coded it and prompted it to the end result that I actually wanted. These were actually really cool projects. When I click on them right now, it says that my quota was exceeded. I don't even understand how this is even possible, because for all of my other projects, and I only do like 1, 2, or 3 here and there, everything else is still accessible and I could still use it. Like Base 44, I haven't paid them anything yet. And if I wanted to go out there and start a simulation for a cybersecurity dashboard, like I absolutely could right now. And it still works. And I haven't paid for anything yet. But for whatever reason, I can't do that on Replit. Replit also has a reputation for they deleted an entire user's production database. This was something that happened last summer. And the CEO actually went out there and apologized for it, which is like, it almost feels like something out of an episode of like, it almost feels like something from like an episode from Silicon Valley. So starting in, I would say at number 7 from the options that I basically have here. I'm not talking about the whole enchilada here because there's more apps coming out every single day. I would say number 7 would just be Replit for me. Next off is everything else. I would say is pretty standard. Like Genspark here is absolutely amazing in terms of how responsive it is. Oh yeah, all these prompts, if you guys just come to a coaching call, I can give you these prompts and then you guys can actually take this. Like everything else, I would say is pretty equal in terms of like the responsiveness, but I would say probably the coolest one of them all is probably Lovable. Because I would say if you're just talking about strictly plugging in the prompt, and you want to get this result, I would say even Replit, all 7 of them got the job done. But if we're talking about what happens if I want to access it later, I would say that Lovable is the easiest one because I can go ahead and place all of my projects in a different folder and I can have it organized and I can go ahead and refer to it later. So if I prototyped, let's just say I was interviewing for Spotify and I decided and I wanted to go out there and prototype something for them, or I was interviewing with Nike and I wanted to go ahead and create this checkout page for them, right? I could very easily just go back to it and it's just easy how I can just organize all of my projects. I love it. Like, I'm not going to bash on any of them except for like, I'm just kind of annoyed with Replit. But, you know, in terms of like them getting the job done, all of them, it just comes down to if you have the right prompt, it will create the right results for you. It always goes back to prompt engineering. But ranking it from like the different vibe coding applications, I would say ease of use. Not only getting it like to this point, but if I wanted to go ahead and actually share it later, I would say Lovable for me. It was just easy. And this is actually a cool one. I actually created this prompt where like within 30 seconds, if you don't go ahead and make a purchase, it'll go out there and get your 10% off. Try every single one. The other reason why I actually love Lovable the most is like your credits reset by the day. So if you don't use it, you just like, it just resets and it's free and that's fun. You know, I think the other guys, they really do have like more like a more, I would say like a more assertive, not to say aggressive revenue model, but they're all fun to play with them all. If you are a product manager looking to level up your skills, don't put it off any longer. Come and just reach out to me. Sit in on 1 coaching call, 2 coaching calls, meet some of the people here. I promise you're going to have a lot of fun. Talk to you very soon. Let's get you on the coaching call.